And joining us now to explain what this all means, the economist Natasha Sarin, who served as counselor to the former Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. She's also a professor at the Yale Law School. Thanks so much for joining us. What kind of impact will these massive Trump tariffs have on international trade?
So the reality is we've never seen anything like this in the last 200 years of our history in the United States. Tariff rates are going to be higher as a result of what was announced yesterday than they have been at any time since 1902. And importantly, like when you teach tariffs and you talk about things like Smoot-Hawley, it can all sound a little sort of complicated. The thing that consumers and the American people really need to understand and do understand and already are starting to see, they're feeling it today in autos, is that prices are going to go up. We ran the numbers yesterday as a result of the Trump trade actions that we've seen so far. Prices for American consumers are going to go up by about $4,000 annually. And that's a regressive tax because it's going to hit low-income people the hardest because those are the ones who consume most of what they earn.
So let's dive a little bit more into that. What more specifically will go up as a direct result of these tariffs, and how long do you think that could last? We've heard the Trump administration say, well, there'll be some short-term pain. What do you say to that?
So the challenge, there's a couple of challenges here, right? When you say what prices are going to go up, and I heard yesterday Secretary Bessent was on CNN, and his suggestion for people about what to do about the tariffs was buy American. That suggestion doesn't really work. And if you take the context of autos, it's a very clear example. You think about automobile companies like Ford and GM, those are American companies, but 60% of the car parts they use to build their cars here in the United States come from abroad and are going to be hit by these tariffs. If you buy avocados, if you buy Modelo beer, if you buy literally anything, if you go to the toy store and you're looking for toys for your children, you go to Walmart, you're looking to buy toys for your children, prices are going to rise because these are goods that are imported into this country that American consumers rely on. And to your question of what's going to happen and what the end game is here, what's interesting is when the Trump administration took office, the prediction markets thought that the likelihood of a recession was something like 15%, and that's kind of normal. That's what it is basically any year. As a result of all of these actions that they've done unilaterally, the likelihood of a recession is now at over 50%, and it went up 10% yesterday as a result of that Rose Garden event. So this is significant pain, not just in the short term. The American economy is going to be smaller for a long time to come, and it's totally unclear for what purpose we are doing all of this.
Natasha, let me just follow up on that. Where do you think American consumers will first start to feel these price hikes?
I think they've already started to feel them because what you're seeing, for example, automobile makers, and you're seeing, for example, at the grocery store, as a result of understanding that prices are going to rise, you have not just exports that are seeing price hikes. You also have the fact that companies who compete with those that produce exported goods understand that prices are rising and their prices are rising too. And as a result of that, Yale Budget Lab has done some estimates. Inflation is going to go up by about 2.5% just this year as a result of all of these actions.
Natasha Sarin, thanks as usual for joining us, and we'll be right back.
Thanks so much for having me.